Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, J+K Retro Gaming. This week I'm going to be playing the number 3 game on IGN's all-time Super Nintendo list, Super Metroid.
Before Nintendo came out with Super Metroid, we wanted to make sure it was the most intense Metroid battle ever. So we thought we'd see how Killer here would fare against it. Ready, boy? That's 24 megs worth of weapons, worlds, and weirdos old Killer's up against. Nintendo's biggest game ever. But he's a big boy. He can handle it. Well, let's see how he did. Perfect! Super Metroid, only on the Super NES.
So before I get into this game, just some housekeeping to take care of. For those of you keeping track, yes, I did skip the number 4 SNES game, Final Fantasy VI. And as well, for those of you who follow the channel, probably know why. Role-playing games, for the most part, in the past have not fared well in my 5-minute gameplay challenges. It usually takes 5, if not more, 10 or 15 minutes of intro, storyline for role-playing games to actually get into any action. So it's a bit of a waste of time for me to review, make a video, do all of that, pretty much for nothing. Again, I've done them in the past, not fair or fun.
And that's one to grow on.
So now back to Super Metroid on the SNES. It was brought to us in 1994. It's an action-adventure platformer. It's the 3rd installment of the series. I did play the first game on the NES. I did do that review. It did fall on IGN's list, so take a look at that. I'll put a link on the screen above if you want. And I believe Metroid 2 came out on the Game Boy. So this is Super Metroid, the 3rd installment on the SNES. I was not a Metroid fan growing up, so I didn't play this game back in the day. May have dabbled in it as a young adult later on in life. But again, I didn't really gravitate towards this style of game back in the day. But actually, since doing these 5-minute reviews, having to review games on IGN's list that I wouldn't normally play, I think I'll go back and investigate this series a little closer, and I can actually see myself getting into the Metroid series. So enough talking, let's see if Super Metroid on the SNES can pass my 5-minute gameplay challenge.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
So for audio and music, I'm going to give Super Metroid 9 out of 10. The music is really well done, really sets the stage for the gameplay, having that epic, almost creepy soundtrack at times. It really intensifies the moments and creates kind of a suspenseful gameplay. So very high 9 out of 10. So for video and graphics, I'm going to give this game 9 out of 10 as well. Very cool graphics and animation during the intro and cutscenes. It sets up the story and the game nicely. As for the actual video and graphics during gameplay, very good as well. Equally as detailed and captivating. So 9 out of 10 for video and graphics. So for gameplay, unfortunately, Super Metroid's going to score a pretty low 5 out of 10. And you probably guessed it watching the first 5 minutes. Unfortunately, kind of like the role-playing games I alluded to during my intro, I think the first 2 or 3 minutes was just story, a lot of reading. Didn't really get into the gameplay till pretty late, and even then it was just kind of running around. So you're playing a set story as part of the intro. So again, a little bit unfair here, but it is a first impression 5-minute gameplay challenge. And if there's no gameplay to be had, then of course it's going to score a little bit low. On a positive note, I did love the auto map that was in the corner of the screen. I believe that's new to Metroid, and they introduced that to this game. It's kind of a nice touch to see where you're actually going instead of memorizing right, left, up and down, which way did I go kind of thing. But for overall gameplay, 5 out of 10. So that was Super Metroid on the SNES, the number 3 IGN game. And yes, it does pass the 5-minute challenge. After playing it for 5 minutes, it does look very intriguing. I definitely saw glimpses of why this game ranks so high at number 3. I just wish this game didn't have such a long intro. Because of that, it didn't really get a chance to shine. So for what it's worth, I really do think this is one of the best Super Nintendo games of all time. But for the purpose of this rating, unfortunately, I'm going to give Super Metroid 6 Marios out of 10. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of my rating and your experiences with this game, with this series. I know it's a really popular title that I'm definitely going to look into in the future. So as always, appreciate you watching. Thanks to all our subscribers for all your support. We'll see you next time on the next 5-minute gameplay challenge. Until then, keep fit and have fun. See you later.
これがメトロイド。
まだ幼虫だ。しかしこのエネルギーは人類の役に立つかもしれん。あ、ヘビーメトロイドが奪われる。
緊急指令。スペースハンターサムス・アラン。さらわれたベビーメトロイドを奪い返す。
スーパーファミコンソフトスーパーメトロイド。とてつもない地下要塞が待ち受けている。